This is going to be an ExpressVote poll worker video. This video will show you how to start up the ExpressVote on Election Day. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to take the ExpressVote out of the case. You can either do it from the floor or bring it up onto a surface. And you'll want to take anything out of the case, starting with the small compartment. Here, let's move this out of the way. This is where you're going to find the power cord and possibly headphones, depending on how your county has stored the ExpressVote. And let's set those to the side. And your next step is going to be to take the actual machine out of the case. So you may need assistance with this, but the machine is very light and there is a handle at the top, so you can see that she's just lifting it out. And you may find the headphones in here as well, so you'll want to take those out and set them aside with the power cord and everything. Very gently, you're going to want to put the ExpressVote face down on the table or desk or whatever you're going to be using it on. And then you can set the bag off to the side or store it wherever it's going to be stored for Election Day. Okay? Then we need to initiate the putting in the power cord. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to plug in the power. And it is, as you'll see that she's holding, it is a two-part power cord. So that's part of the power cord, and then there's the part that's going to actually plug into the wall. If that's not already plugged together, you will just push that together. And then you want to put the part that goes into the machine in first. So we're going to try to get in close here to see that. And you'll see, and I'm going to try and get in close here. So can I have that? Mm-hmm. So this has a flat portion that is going to face up to the top of the machine. And it's going to go into this portion right here, and you'll just push it in until you kind of hear it snap in, and you see how that flat portion faces up to the top of the machine. Now, one thing that we didn't do that we probably should have done is to put this kickstand up first, because you want to thread that cord underneath through there, which I'll try to angle so you can see that. So you could have put this kickstand up before you push that power cord into the machine, because this notch right here, this is where you're going to want to have that cord, okay? So she's already got that done. So then you can go ahead and plug in the other portion of the cord into an AC outlet, okay? Once you have that done, you can go ahead and set your ExpressVote up onto the table. And I'm going to try to come around here so you can see how that kickstand works. It's just going to lean back just like that. And you now have it set up. Okay? You can kind of see my reflection there. So one thing after you have it plugged in and set up, right at the very front of the machine, you're going to notice that right here, you should see a green light in the green or in the power cord icon. That lets you know that wherever you've plugged in your ExpressVote is giving you power to your ExpressVote. Okay, so that's one thing you want to make sure that you see a green light there. Okay. At this point, we are going to be ready to turn on our ExpressVote. So all you're going to need to do is, we dropped a key there, sorry about that. One thing that you will have gotten from your county is the barrel key. So you'll access that barrel key either from a bag of supplies or whatever. And then when you have that, you're going to, as you're facing the machine, you're going to come over to the left-hand side, and I'm going to kind of turn the machine a little bit. You may need to move your machine or walk around it a little bit. I saw it. And you will unlock this side compartment door with that barrel key and open up that door. And all you're going to need to do inside here is, if you could just point to the on button, all you're going to need to do is to turn that power switch up to the on position, and you'll hear it beep at you. And then you just simply close that door and lock it with that barrel key. Take the key out, don't leave the key in there, that's something we don't want to do. And then you'll put that key away wherever you are supposed to be putting that away for the day. Now you'll notice that the screen started flashing. That's something that it will do, that's normal. While you're waiting for the ExpressVote to power on, some of the things that you could do is you could plug in your headphones into the front jack here that has the little headphone icon on it. And you can set those over to either the right-hand side or the left-hand side of the machine, however that's going to work best for you. And then you'll notice, ooh, that was bright. Over here on the left-hand side of the machine also, very loud Velcro. This is where you're going to have your ADA accessibility keypad for those who might need to use it. It can stay Velcroed to the side until someone needs to use it, or you could leave it sitting here like this, whatever is easier, but I'm going to just Velcro it back to the side of the machine, okay? And then nice and bright, we have our machine has come up to the screen that is asking for an election access code. The election access code is going to be something that you would have received from your county, and it is going to be specific to your county only. So you'll have that information from your county and you will start to key that in. Okay, so one thing about this keypad on here is you'll notice that as she's typing it in the line right up there, you'll see the letters for just a split second. So take your time and make sure that you're pressing in the correct characters. This is not a speed contest, and it will give you 3 tries to get it correctly. If you get all 3 tries wrong, it'll just power down the machine and you'll have to turn it back on again. Now if you get it right on the first time, you click on or tap on accept and it takes you on in. And she had keyed in the correct code, so it's taking us on in. Okay? The other thing I wanted to point out is at the bottom here, next to that power cord icon, you see the battery icon now is green as well. That lets us know that we do have charge to our battery on our machine. Okay? Otherwise, you'll notice that our machine has a screen that says it has a picture of what the ExpressVote looks like and a ballot card being put in, and it says to begin voting, insert your card. Okay, so what you could do at this point, you're ready and waiting for a voter. You could make sure that you do wipe down your machine with some disinfectant wipes. For the screen itself, you must only use alcohol wipes or isopropyl alcohol and a soft cloth, which the county should have kits for you to clean the machine with. When a voter is ready to use the machine, they will check in at the precinct table, or whatever check-in table is there. They will be designated with the proper ballot style or ballot set for their precinct, and a poll worker will escort that voter over to the machine. Okay? The card will be inserted into the machine, and as you notice on the card, the blank card, there is a cut corner. That has to match the machine insert slot, just like this, or it will not accept the card. So we're going to put ours in. And as it gets put in, it is going to come up with a screen. Our particular election is like an early voting scenario that shows all the polls. When it's precinct specific, you're going to see all the different ballot sets for that particular precinct. So you will see multiple buttons, and because this is a primary, you will see all the different parties, which is going to be on the next screen for us. We are going to go into precinct 5 today. So she selected that button. And then this is more like what a poll worker would actually see at their location. Sorry for my shaky hand here. So from there, based on what they checked in as and what they are in the roster, that poll worker would have a card or something with the proper ballot style written on it and bring that over to the machine with them and the voter. And from that card, they could select the proper ballot set, which today ours is going to be a Democratic Precinct 502. So we're going to select that. And that's what the poll worker is going to do. And then one more chance they have to verify right here on this screen that that is the correct ballot style for this voter. Okay, so they're going to check that one more time. And if it's correct, the poll worker will click on accept or tap accept. And then that voting session from here on out is instructions for the voter, telling them how to use this ADA machine, and then they can press on the button at the bottom. This is the voter now saying start voting. Okay, so the voter will go through their selections. At this point, the poll worker has stepped away. This is all the voter doing this. So the voter is just going to go ahead and make their selections. I'm just going to pick some, and then they'll preview them. And then they have the option to print their ballot. And then it's asking, they can go back, sorry for the glare here. They can either return to their ballot or they can print their ballot. So we're going to print their ballot. I'm the voter, so I'm going to print my ballot. And once a voter prints their ballot, it comes out of the machine. They get their little sticker here on the screen. And then their ballot is now printed. Okay, so then this would be something that they put in their privacy sleeve and they take over, and depending on if you're a DS200 county, they would either run this through the DS200, or if you're a central county, they would put this in the ballot box. Okay, so that is how a voting session would go for a poll worker.